had two of your players talking, and they're both players of the week. And obviously, one weekend of the season, have two guys already named as conference players of the week. How does that feel for you as coach?
Well, good things happen when you win, and we went out and took care of business last Thursday against Colorado Mesa, did what we had to do, and it's nice when you get players that are responsible for that outcome, getting the success. And the conference does a nice job. Dan Pambianco does a great job in terms of getting the statistics and the names out to the conference to make those decisions. The Red Lion Player of the Week is new to us this year, having a sponsorship for that award. So to have the first offensive award winner and the first defensive award winner is a great accomplishment for those kids, and well deserved in both cases.
So obviously now you guys have had time to break down the tape from Thursday's game. What are some things that you saw that you liked, and also some things you need to improve on?
Well, I loved how physical we were on both sides of the ball, and for a first game, I think our players showed that they were tired of hitting their teammates and excited about the opportunity to play a game like that. We obviously made a lot of mistakes, first game mistakes in many cases. Victor Spencer back, returning punts for the first time really since he was in high school, and he will learn from that. We had Drew Amos who had a roughing the punter penalty on him. As I told the players in nearly every case, the effort is great. The effort is exactly what we need to have. Obviously, we need to learn from the mistakes that were made in game one and be better the next time out. And I'm very confident that we will be. But overall, you have to be very pleased with a 38-19 opener. Anytime you can win your first game, because you know there are going to be those mistakes. And this year, even more so, not really knowing the type of team we had a year ago. I could answer a lot of the questions when you had the Mike Pruz and the Lyndon Rowells and the Jonah Framos and the guy Riccadullis, guys who had played so much for us in previous years, with so many new players, a new starting quarterback in Alex Rump, new running backs, Nick Riccadulli, Daniel Wyatt, Bryson Hodges, a lot of new players on both sides of the ball. I was as anxious as anyone to see them under game conditions, to see how they responded, and for the most part very pleased with what we saw. And now we have a lot to build on. We've got a chance to see these kids in game conditions, and now we get into their routine of 10 straight Saturdays ahead of us to see what we can do. So it's a fun time, and we feel we will improve off the first game. Get ready for Azusa.
You talk about good things happening when you win, and now you get some recognition from the NCAA, moving up in those rankings. That's with teams all across the country. So how much has it helped this program, seeing your name listed as among the division NCAA's?
It never hurts anytime you get positive media attention or recognition for your accomplishments, and so I've always answered those type of questions. It sure beats the alternative where no one's talking about you and you're not being mentioned in any ranking or anything like that. It is really a tribute to, I think, where this program is at now, that we're able to get that type of recognition at the national level. And we also need to understand that it goes away quickly if you don't take care of business. So it's nice that the AFCA has recognized our program currently as one of the top 25 in the country, this week being, I think, 17 it is, 18, something like that. But again, it also means that we've been on the other side of this where, not that teams need added motivation, but if they're looking for it, they can look at polls and, defending champions and things like this. And so we just understand that with that comes a responsibility, that we have a responsibility to prepare just like we've always prepared, and to be at our very best come game time on Saturday. And if we're not, we'll get beat. We're a good football team, but there isn't a football team out there that I've seen in our conference that if they're not prepared to be at their best can still win a game in this conference. There's so much parity. And Azusa Pacific coming in this Saturday, a new member of our conference, they're going to be very good in a hurry and be one of those top conference teams in a hurry. I think they can recruit by bicycle down where they're located down there. A lot of talent in Southern California. So we know that they're going to come here with great motivation, being that it's their first conference, first GNAC conference game, first Division II game, now has a new Division II program, and playing the only other Division II in all of California. So we're going to have to be at our very best, and that being said, our approach though can't change. We, number one, focus on ourselves. We need to look at the mistakes that were made in game one and clean those up for game two. We need to continue to take a step forward at all positions and be ready for a very good opponent in Azusa Pacific.